Hi, I'm Robert, and welcome to Theme Park Insider. Walt Disney World scored a big social media hit this week by turning Epcot's Spaceship Earth into the Death Star. It was a one-shot deal, sorry for the pun, for an after-hours event promoting Disney's upcoming Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Now we reveal our new, armed, and fully operational battle station, the Death Star!
Commander, we have several small ships approaching.
Excellent! Our first test. You may fire when ready.
Commence primary ignition.
Rogue One takes place before the original Star Wars and tells the story of the rebels who stole the plans for the Death Star. It's really the foundational story for the Empire's ultimate weapon, so it makes sense for Disney to focus a big promotional event around the Death Star. So when Bob Iger's PR team was sitting around thinking to themselves, where can we get a gigantic metal ball that we can turn into the Death Star? It wasn't going to take them long before someone figured out, Epcot. It's the perfect canvas for a photo op that Disney wanted. Except that every Death Star has its flaw, and this one wasn't a 2-meter exhaust port leading to the galaxy's largest nuclear bomb. It's the inherent thematic conflict between Spaceship Earth and the Death Star. Okay, this is the point where I'm going to be accused of overthinking things, and I accept that. But if you believe that there's art in theme park design, and I do, then you have to start thinking about theme and setting and conflict and all that stuff that leads to wonder if transforming an iconic symbol of human communication, cooperation, and survival into the ultimate symbol of death and destruction is actually a good idea. Forget saving the planet through communication, let's blow one up! Now there's a good counter-argument here that as artists, Disney's creative team ought to have the right to do whatever they want with the canvases they create. And to be fair, Disney did not create a Star Wars overlay for the Spaceship Earth attraction. This was a one-time photo op. After the park had closed, Disney was simply using Spaceship Earth as a blank canvas. Except that it wasn't. Disney got a huge amount of social media buzz from this because it was Spaceship Earth that it was transforming into the Death Star, not just some random metal ball in an empty parking lot someplace. Even if people didn't consciously understand the inherent thematic conflict here, they felt it. And that fueled the type of controversy that gets people retweeting and sharing posts on Facebook. Disney wanted that buzz. And Disney got it. But if you're going to push people to get attention, you've got to be willing to take the pushback it returns. Frankly, I don't think Disney really cares about that at this point. Obviously, if anyone inside Disney thought that this was a bad idea, they didn't have the juice to stop it from happening. Disney figured that the PR benefit of having that Death Star photo op outweighed any PR hit from undercutting Spaceship Earth. And frankly, I think they were right. At least in the short term. But turning Spaceship Earth into the Death Star illustrates that Disney is more driven by promotional opportunities than artistic statements these days. And right now that's working. Disney is setting an all-time record for movie box office this year. Attendance is actually going well in Orlando. It's a hit factory and probably the most valuable entertainment brand in the world right now. But how did Disney get there? Was it simply because Walt Disney and Card Walker and Michael Eisner were great promoters and employed some of the best PR teams in the business? Yeah, that was part of it. But were there some artists in the Walt Disney Company who created enduring statements that made people feel a lifelong love for the brand, too? Absolutely. So will fans continue to feel that love if they start thinking that Disney sees its creation not as enduring art, but disposable canvases? That's the billion-dollar question for guests to answer. And that is this week's rant. If you like what we're saying, please share and like our videos and subscribe to our channel. And I'll see you next week with another rant here at Theme Park Insider.